Hi everyone, I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me. Yesterday there was a magnitude either 6.8 or 7.0 earthquake off the coast of Chile. There was also a foreshock on shore, which USGS isn't reporting. This is the location of that earthquake, and it was reported by EMSC. I think what initially happened was this earthquake, which occurred yesterday at 4:09 and 30 seconds universal time, released the pressure for the landmass off the coast to start sliding under. I didn't put all the earthquakes on here, pretty much most of them, and their aftershocks. The aftershocks I put in yellow. The foreshocks are in red. There is a report coming in about power outages, rock slides, and in the town of Santiago, evidently millions of people are now reporting that they smell gas throughout the city. I think what's happening with all these aftershocks, there's some large aftershocks, and they seem to be ever increasing. That's a 5.0. There's another 5.0. 5.7, a 6.5, another 5.0, a 6.3, a 4.0, a 5.7. Pressure is building again for another major, and I mean major earthquake to come. Some people reported that the earthquake lasted about 2 minutes. And I've talked about large earthquakes, how they could last for a long time if they're a large earthquake. But another thing I noticed, if you look at the continent of South America, let me pull this out, see all the historical earthquakes. Can you see that? We got one here in 2014, up here, 2001. When was this one? That was this year, 5.1. Okay. We just want the large ones. 6.7, 2019, 8.3, 2015, 8.0, 1985, 2010, 8.8, 1960, a 9.5. But you notice something here? How there is this gap of earthquakes within this area? Let me zoom in. Someone else on Twitter also noticed this gap in large earthquakes in that one area. They said it's been 95 years since a major earthquake has occurred there. I translated this post. It says, remember that earthquake that just affected the Atacama region occurred within one of the current seismic gaps in Chile. A major earthquake has not occurred in that area for 98 years. And this is what he put together. We got Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, and let me pull it down. Yeah, he's correct. There was another Twitter post that I translated. It says the famous seismologist from Brazil, Arnold Maciel, informed Viva Twitter of an upcoming earthquake of greater intensity in Atacama, which could be 7.7 between September 14th and the 18th of this year. And I'll bring it down so you can see what he posted. Generally, when you have a large earthquake, the earthquake afterwards gets smaller. But that is not the case, which is happening here. Yeah, they get smaller for a little bit. And then bam, we get another large one. Example, there's a 5.7, a 5.0, a 6.5. And that was after this 6.8 that they had here. And this area is capable of having a magnitude 8 or greater. The ones in green are the more recent ones that I posted when I was putting all these earthquakes together. This one was a 4.0, and this is a 3.9. Now, this is the post from EMSC from the 6.8 from Atacama. But it might have been a 7.0 according to other seismologists. Here it says 6.7 felt strong, long and strong. Now they were 212 kilometers from where the earthquake occurred. Wave-shaped movement, very long, very strong. They were 436 kilometers from where the earthquake occurred. Long, made me dizzy. Almost imperceivable, only slight noise. Now they were 531 kilometers away. Just vibrated the windows, no underground noise. And the farther it gets, the smaller. Lasted about a half a minute. We felt it on the 14th floor. I am surprised that there's not more Twitter posts about damage and the shaking. This one here shows a rock slide. And yeah, I didn't translate it. This post I did translate. It says a sequence of aftershocks shows us that the magnitude 7 earthquake came first. And about 20 minutes later, one of a magnitude 6.1 came. 7 minutes later, one of a magnitude 5.1, etc. And they got a image down here. Another Twitter post I translated. It says last night there was a tremor near Hyesco, one of the magnitude 7.0 according to the National Seismological Center. So here I leave a brief thread with some details on how the ground has been moving in Northern Chico in the last hours. There was a reply. One person posted things in their house shaking. You can hear the noise, dog barkings, people getting excited, etc. Now this Twitter post, evidently there was a swimming pool on the roof of a building that was damaged and all the water came down through the hotel. And this looks to be an elevator. Translated, it says the swimming pool of the Val di Sol building in Copiapo behind the seismo, the earthquake that affected the area. Now this Twitter post shows probably a transformer sparking when the earthquake took out the transformer, and then the power went out. Yeah, you could see the sparks flying, and then the emergency lighting came on. Let me run that for you again. Yeah, you can hear the rumbling of the earthquake just before the transformer goes out. And then another Twitter post that I translated says, always remember to plan your emergency kit for any unfortunate event that may arise. And that is so true. You got the pandemic, earthquakes, all kinds of disasters, fires, volcanic eruptions, and they show an image here, some of the things you should have in your bug out kit. But most important, you should have a plan in place where you're going to meet family members or loved ones. They could be in school. They could be at work. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to meet up with them? How are you going to get in contact with them to let them know if you need help or if you're okay? And then another Twitter post, Earthquake Chile 1, it says, translated, what were you doing 10 years ago at dawn after the tremor, the earthquake of an 8.8 in Chile? Yeah, it is unusual for a earthquake to have so many larger aftershocks. You would think that they would get smaller and smaller, but each one looks to be a foreshock for another one that occurred that was even larger. Like I said, there was a 6.5 here, 5.7, a 6.3. So thank you for watching. I hope you're prepared for a disaster because it could happen anywhere. I'm also on Patreon, and you can also follow me on Twitter. Thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.